Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Robb Spiewak. And now, here's Robb.
Mike, is it his 11th anniversary?
Well, for this marriage.
Well, you don't add them up.
Well, I think you could technically.
Still wouldn't be married as many years as me, even with you if you added them all up.
You know, eventually that's going to become a lie.
No.
When you get divorced.
When I get divorced, the clock will stop.
There you go.
That's right. Live from the pod. By the way, the 11th anniversary is the Panhandle anniversary.
Really?
Did you know? Yeah. It's not like
classy.
Live from Podville Media Studios in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. Now in our second decade, the Mike O'Mara Show, or TMOS to our friends, is a worldwide podcast and radio show with a family of listeners who are unrivaled in their love and support for this program. If you're a first-timer, sit back, relax, and prepare to be entertained. And for our longtime friends, thank you for spreading the word every day about TMOS from Provincetown, Massachusetts to Zanesville, Ohio, Sandston, Virginia. That's a Richmond suburb. Sandston, Virginia, Joliet, Illinois, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, and the Republic of Singapore. Ooh. TMOS is on the air and everywhere, so let's get started. And I start with this popular quotation: "These pretzels are making me thirsty."
Have you, and thank you, and that's because Rob sees, it's so funny, I woke up this morning, I need to jump back into my new app because I need to love myself.
You do.
And I think there's a lot of people that are dealing with this as we come out of the pandemic.
Carb loading?
But I want to say we're not, this is the wild part. We're not coming out. We're still in.
Yeah, we're deeper now than we were months ago. Yeah.
It's like we're at Subway and we're like, okay, we're almost at the free sub, which is our life back. And they're like, no. We're going to change the rules. Instead of 12 stamps, you need 24 stamps.
Well, I was thinking it might be a punch card, and they just started putting the pieces of paper back into the card and taping it back in.
Oh, that one didn't count. We discontinued that one.
Okay.
This is our 20th month of the pandemic.
And is it safe to say we're in worse shape now than we were, say, 3 months ago?
Yeah, but that's relative.
Well, true, but I'm just saying.
Don't be an alarmist. We've
should,
made strides. We're doing the show here. You're not at home with a hopefully decent internet signal.
That's right.
So we're back to work.
Yeah, but you know what? We were a time when we were not masked around the office, and we're back to being masked around the office.
There was a time that I was 25 pounds lighter than right now, and that was before we started wearing masks.
That's true. What, did you eat the mask?
I might as well have, or the rack of them.
Yeah.
There is. So I woke up
Where
this morning
have all the masks
and I
gone?
said, I got to stop eating these masks if I want to get back in fighting shape.
The problem is that we bought the licorice masks.
And I sat there and I was like, why? Like, do what you tell Rob and Mike all the time to do. Just do the work.
Well, you see,
right?
You know what you are? You're a do as you do, not as you say guy.
Well, and I was fired up. So I came in this morning and said, no breakfast, fine.
Right.
I'm just going to get my Mountain Dew Rise energy drink, 25 calories. I'm absolutely addicted to.
Got to talk to you about that.
And then I walk into Wawa.
Yes.
I go to where they usually have this beverage. And I think anyone that's listening right now has realized that there is a supply chain issue. And I'm not talking about going to Starbucks and not having tea.
Right.
As Mike said, I'm saying overall.
Yeah.
Like there's an issue with getting certain types of glass.
Like for what? For windows and things like
yes.
that? Yeah, okay. I understand
it's
this.
crazy.
Well, the thing that you see, I already
what
know.
What do I see? I see there's no glass.
Well, I know that you are making an effort because Wawa is not the most convenient store for us. Because if this Mountain Dew, it's called Rise? Rise. If it was easy to get, you could go to the 7-Eleven to get it, which is right across the way.
They don't have it there. I actually had a talk with my friend today.
At the 7?
Yeah, I said, hey, man, I come here almost every day.
Did you say man?
I don't know his name.
Making it super cool. Hey, man.
I think
hey, bro.
Yeah, he's seen me here through the pandemic. He's like, you never took vacation. I said, no.
No, I don't do that.
He goes, me either. I said, I know, because we were here through the depths of the pandemic. He goes, yeah, you were my only customer.
7-Eleven is actually your hours as well.
Yeah. And I see him late around 9, 10 p.m. in that store waiting for the drunkards to come in and spend way too much money on things they're not going to want later on. So
The $4 Cliff Bar?
not even just that. It's like people come out, they bought their groceries because they're hammered
Right.
from like day drinking or a happy hour. So I go to them, I said, hey, this Rise can used to have multiple flavors, and now I can't find it anywhere.
This is a song called Rise.
Thank you.
They should use this as a ad campaign.
And there's
for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flavors. My go-to
What
guy.
is that, the app? Is that the Rise app?
No, I'm just looking online. This is
Okay.
a cell phone. There are
Okay.
pictures.
I see.
Orange Breeze is my go-to.
And it has how many calories?
25.
And a lot of caffeine?
Yes. 3 cups of coffee.
Oof.
180 milligrams.
You get you
Maybe
shaky.
4 cups of coffee. No, that jump starts my day.
What are the other flavors?
Well, I'm not concerned with other flavors. I told my man I need more Orange Rise. What's the story? He goes, Mountain Dew people, they don't bring me. And I said,
that's
okay.
PepsiCo, yeah.
And I said, all
Classic
right. I was
Pepsi.
like, hey man, if you stock on this, I'll stop going to Wawa. That's how much I love this Rise drink.
So you're using it as almost like a bargaining chip?
I've never asked anyone for anything to stock for me.
Yeah.
I said people are into this.
Yeah.
And then I sat there and I'm like, this is why I gained 25 pounds.
Well, no, that's not why you gained 25 pounds.
If I'm asking what is essentially the same thing as a bodega for us across the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey man, loyal customer here. I need a certain soda beverage.
Mm-hmm. A soft drink.
Yeah. Like that's a bridge too far. It's not like my local deli. I'm asking for certain types of cheese.
No,
That's what's next.
when you go in there and say, if you can stock provolone, I'm going to stop going to Wawa.
Yeah, spicy provolone.
So my deal is that you are going over there, but it's not just when you talk about when you go into Wawa, it's not just the Rise you buy, and you put on quite a show right before the
I had to get
the
lunch.
program.
I had to
Yes.
get lunch because literally after this show, I have a meeting, and then another meeting, and another meeting. And you know what's not cool in a meeting?
What?
Eating during the meeting.
I love that you actually handle your lunch like the way a disc jockey would back time to the news at the top of the hour.
Yes.
You came in and you sat down with your bag of food, your lunch. You
Yeah.
said, if we start now, what time do we end?
Yes.
Because you knew you had the meeting.
Yeah, the
You had-
meeting. Yeah,
you
I
had
knew
to
I
back
had
up
the
to it.
meeting.
So, and I said, and you said, I got 2 minutes. And then out came the biggest pretzel I've
Yeah,
ever
they're soft
seen.
pretzels.
Yeah, it's like the kind you would buy
They're
on the street
famous.
in New York.
Wawa's famous for them.
They're famous?
They're famous for them.
I didn't know. I thought they were more famous for their sandwiches.
Yeah, if you went to Wawa, you'd understand how wonderful that experience is.
Wawa,
It's
wonderful.
clean.
Yeah.
They're friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they must pay their cashiers like $30, $30 an hour. I bet they do
Why?
because they're so competent and nice.
okay. So what are the key? You see, I'm a Sheets guy because the Sheets is what I have out there. We don't have a
Yeah,
Wawa.
but when you're in DC, where do you go when you walk out the door if you want a snack?
I don't. I bring
You
it
don't
from
walk.
home. I bring it from. No, I walk.
This is you
I've
were
never seen him leave.
Yeah, he was a dork in high school, a dork in college, and now you're the bag lunch kid at work.
I've become.
Why wouldn't you walk
Because
to at least take
I've
a
become.
walk?
I've been your best employee because I'm always here. Always
It
here.
doesn't matter if it's not efficient. Go for a walk, get some fresh air.
I went to 7-Eleven with you once.
Walked with me while
Yeah.
we talked about work.
Yeah.
And let me be
I
clear.
bought a bag of ice.
I love working.
Yeah.
This is not something I'm complaining about. I love it.
Right.
On Saturday I was here for a meeting, and the security guard said, "Back again for Saturday." I said, "I love what I do.
Yeah.
I love what I do.
True.
I'm
true,
lucky,
true.
and I feel blessed to do that. But there are creature comforts of the city
Yes.
that just the city offers. There's so much here.
I know.
So much here. What'd you bring for lunch in your bag lunch?
Today I have. Well, actually, today I have a Cliff Bar. That's what I have. I bought it this morning, so I have it just as a snack.
That's your lunch for the day?
I have some yogurts in the fridge.
Okay, well then don't make it seem like you're not eating.
No, I'm not saying that I'm not eating.
Have you lost weight since you've come to work at work?
No, I've lost IQ points since I've come
No,
to work.
seriously.
I don't think so. I think
If you're
I'm-
just eating that, then you should be losing weight.
yeah, but you go home and then you pound a lot of food because you're hungry, and you've earned it. You've earned it. You gotta have
So you're at work.
I do the
you're
bulk
like-
of my eating after 8 p.m.
Okay,
and any
that's
doctor
what I
will tell
wanna
you.
know,
Every,
yes.
every doctor will tell you that's the way to do it. That's the healthiest way.
I feel like you would get. Wouldn't you get? Do you get hangry?
Yeah, I do sometimes.
Yeah.
yeah, but you get used to it too, and you keep busy, and
Your bulk of eating happens at after 8 p.m.
yeah, when I get home.
And so that's when you're like, everybody get out of the way.
Right. Get out of my way.
and now no one's home
Well,
except for your wife.
right.
But she's not sitting there staring at you.
No, but sometimes she'll cook. Sometimes there's food when I get home. It's a fantastic thing.
Really?
Yes. Get home.
That's so sweet of her.
Make a drink and I say, oh, look, a plate of food. Fantastic.
Pony, did you ever notice? I thought Rob would like sit down and have lunch somewhere.
No, I've never seen him eat an actual lunch here except when we buy lunch.
Yes.
But I do remember he used to stock Uncrustables in the fridge back in Wisconsin.
Why don't you stock him here?
I haven't, you know what? Supply problem.
We got a big freeze.
No, supply problem. They're not having them at Costco.
They don't have them.
They've been out. If I had them here for a little while, but we haven't been able to acquire them.
Uncrustables, you could pound those for days.
Oh, they're the greatest. They're perfect. And you know what? They're great frozen. They're great thawed in any, like water. It's great boiling. It's great solid. It's great frozen. An Uncrustable in any state is fantastic.
Speaking of the old setup,
Yes.
Congratulations to our very own Maddie Masiello. Woo!
She got herself a new job.
I'll let you do the honors.
She is running, I think she is an office manager at the podcast studios for the New York Times.
That's huge.
And I was actually one of her references, and despite what I said, she still got the job.
No, it's really big. And Maddie, congratulations of the old crew.
Yeah, all the people that have filtered through.
You know, I think we power ranked all the interns / employees, but Maddie's, if not, and this is no disrespect to anybody else, one of the most competent, if not the most competent team members we had. When you would ask her to like knock something out, boom, she'd get it done.
You listening, Dan O'Brien?
She'd get it.
The thing
Dan
that
doesn't
is,
listen anymore, does he?
no, I just want to make sure he gets the message. I saw a very sweet thing.
So congratulations.
She made it Facebook official today. We were rooting for her.
Yes.
We've known about the opportunity for
huge.
some time. And she made it Facebook official. And someone wrote on Facebook, I still have a pang of sadness when I don't get to hear her say the word Tennessee Titans anymore.
Aww. Yeah, I couldn't be happier.
Yeah,
and that's when you hope you frankly, you're impacting people in a positive way. And she's learned, I think from us at least, like what some foundational knowledge of what can and cannot go wrong. She frankly has seen us build this, especially Podville, from nothing.
Oh, I think that they will. There's going to be some people set straight at the New York Times. I mean, they're all about. I mean, they know how to write a newspaper article. I guess they do horoscopes and the jumble and Sudoku and all that.
They have monster podcasts.
But she will definitely be. She is a feather in their cap, and we wish her all the best.
And she's in New York, which is perfect.
Yeah. Now, while we're talking about Podville Media, there is something I did want to ask you about.
Yes,
I want your opinion before I launch into. I launched a bold new experiment today.
Okay.
If you go into our lobby, and by the way, I have to say this, and I say this often, and I hope I don't sound tiresome. I love this facility. This is a beautiful facility.
First class.
The people that are here are fantastic.
First class lease.
No expense was spared. It's just like Jurassic Park. So if you are going to our beautiful lobby, there's elevators. There's 3 elevators that serve the building.
Mm-hmm.
If you take a hard left, you can go to the men's room,
Yes.
the water fountain, or on the wall is a slot that says U.S. Mail.
Yes.
And it's so cool because it's like the outgoing mail slot for the entire building, and it looks very classic, like almost like an Art Deco.
Like a throwback.
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
and I said, you know what? That's so cool. And Charlie Burney, owner here at Podville and Oscar's partner, says, I love that mail slot too. And Shannon, Oscar's wife, says, I don't think it works. And I said, well, I would think it would work. And Charlie says, I think it worked. I use it. And she says, don't trust it.
Yeah.
Don't trust it. I said, oh, okay. And it bothered me. It sat in my craw. And so I got to talk to Shannon about it. She says, later on, separate meeting, Charlie wasn't there. She says, I think the reason it might not be working. I said, yes. She says, when I shoved the oversized envelope in it.
Oh, no.
She says it was.
She clogged it?
She said it was a return to sender situation, and she forced it.
Why? Why would you do that?
And it's not. That would require so much effort because it is exactly a slot.
It's for a letter.
For a legal size envelope.
I'm sure it compensates for that.
I don't know.
It's literally. How do I put this? They think they built, and this is what's strange. If you've never been in a big building,
yes.
Think about a trash chute. For even smaller buildings.
As my father used to call it, the refuse room.
Yeah, or in a hotel.
I'm not going in there. It's
you legitimately just throw a letter down. It's supposed to go to a secure box at the bottom where I imagine the postman or
No,
postwoman picks it up.
the way I envision it is it goes down and there is a postman waiting.
No,
And they catch it and they run.
So what was the experiment?
Yesterday, I took an envelope
Yeah.
and I addressed it to myself, and I put a piece of paper in it that I wrote test, test, and I folded it up, put it in the envelope, stamped it, and I mailed it to myself today in the mail slot. So if I get it at home in the next 2 or 3 business days, I'll know that the mail system is working. And if it isn't working, then we need to address that.
So you wasted 50 cents
Yeah.
on a stamp, by
But-
the way, which are 50 cents now.
But and also it's a forever stamp. So think of the commitment.
Yeah. On that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what?
I like that you're troubleshooting. It just
has
seems
been-
like what a waste. No
it
one
has-
really even mails anything.
No one mails
anymore.
anything anymore. But it has been
Like,
brought to my attention
Put your energy in the right place.
that I might be just a tad OCD. And the fact that that mail slot is there every day
I
and
think
I
you're
see
just
it.
trying to save like an antiquated system.
Maybe.
And we have a lot of mail carriers that listen to the show, so God bless you. I'm just.
They're the best. But it was the kind of thing that I'd see it and I'd say, I wonder if that
if it
works.
actually works.
What if that works?
Wouldn't it just be easier to like, honestly, just shove something down there and go downstairs? Like, can you open the mail slot? I dropped
Federal
it down there.
crime. You cannot tamper with the
You
mail.
can't?
No, it's a federal crime. You can't do it.
Jesus.
So, you know what? This is a well-spent 50 cents.
Well, I
And an envelope.
I don't.
And some time.
Matt, I don't. You know, when I ask you if you went fishing this weekend,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
the answer you gave me is a non-committal answer. This is what he says: just for 1 or 2 hours. I was just looking for yes or no.
Well, that's like being a little bit pregnant. I went fishing.
Yeah. That conversation, which
Yeah.
got awkward. I was like, I don't care if it was 1 or 2 hours. Just say yes or no.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
we're
your
having a
time,
conversation,
dude.
Whatever
Yeah.
you want.
You
Live
made
it
it
up.
get awkward.
Yes,
How did he make it get awkward?
By calling me out and giving me crap.
because his answer
You
was
know
just
what?
it was in a puzzle.
Well, you deserve to be called out for that puzzle.
You never give us a straight answer.
No.
So,
like you.
which is, and it's not like I was hiding anything. I was just like, hey, did you go fishing? I wish you did because it was a nice day.
Do you think
I'm
that
upset
if you-
with- I'm less upset about that conversation, and then for some reason, I don't know why I'm broken inside. The fact that you had time to write a letter.
I didn't write a
that said
letter.
test,
I just wrote
find
test.
an envelope, find a stamp. Remember to put it in your backpack because you're gonna fix the system.
Well, I just
really upset.
I'm going to test the system, and you know what? There is going to be an inner office Slack when I get that letter. I'm going to say, everybody mail everything you want as long as it's not oversized in the mail slot.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
So strange.
But do you ever have anything like that bothers you and you think about it like, God, it's right there. I know, and you know we're
because I live in an instantaneous world. I know if an email went through it says mail delivery system issue,
and I also
it bounces
know
back
before mailer Damon is on your ass. Before you get on me, I know there is a post office less than half a block away.
Everybody
I know
just
this.
walks to the post office.
You can walk to the post office, but what about the notion of that beautiful mail slot in our lobby? Huh?
It is.
The satisfaction of watching the letter drop down.
It's
glass.
It's got nothing.
It's beautiful.
I hate that you love it. I don't know why I hate that you love it. It's so strange.
You know what it is? It's the thing. One of the many things that separate us diametrically.
This is the same BS. And please work with me, people. I'm not a monster.
No, he's not.
When I ask someone in no uncertain terms, hey, this is 3 days after I asked if they could reach out to somebody.
Right.
They haven't answered their email yet. And I'm like, call them.
On the telephone.
And they look at me like I'm crazy.
Well, this is a modern thing because I would prefer to call somebody than actually
Or
email
text them.
Do something to follow
Or have
up.
you emailed them back?
Yeah, follow up email.
Write a letter.
Yeah, right.
After 3 days, Pony.
Write a letter is something that at this point I would welcome.
You know what would be
There's some effort.
What if we came in and we were in the lobby and Pony had his fishing pole, but the line was going down the mail slot?
Well, I mean, this is the beautiful part. We have so many different cameras. You could have attached a GoPro and just laid it down there.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Do you?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write another letter tonight. I'm actually going to write a letter. Like a dear with here's a body of the letter, love Rob, and I'm going to mail it to you at home.
Speaking of mail.
In that mail slot.
Quick sidebar.
Yes, please.
And I don't know if we talked about this on air, but in my town of
in La Paz?
Georgetown, no.
Oh.
They asked us not to use the mail the blue mail bins anymore.
Why?
Because somebody's going in with double stick tape and stealing all of the mail and then cashing the checks that are in there. Who uses checks anymore?
We live.
It's so strange. Like they're just, and you know who they're getting? They're getting like Grandma Betty and Grandpa Tom, because
the ones that are still
mailing checks to like birthday parties or bills.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, and they're literally going dink.
They should
with like a hanger and then pulling up the mail and taking it.
They should actually steal from my mailbox because I just got another royalty check for crashing. $6.
I saw.
But this is since that was a $7 check.
No, I'm telling you, you're gonna rake that in. You add it up, maybe you get a couple $100 in about a decade.
It's so great the fact that they spent 50 cents to mail me $1.
It's like I don't know.
What would you
Am
like
I wrong to think that the U.S. mail? Well, I know it's constitutional. Yada yada yada. They should just redo it.
Here we go. You hate America now.
No, they should just redo it. Sell it to Amazon. They'll do a better job.
Well, they will do a better, and they are doing a better job. And they there's a lot of considerations made to Amazon but the thing about you're still paying 50 cents. I'm still gonna have to wait 3 days if the experiment works.
You know what's
I have
crazy?
to wait till Thursday.
I'm sitting here, and we have such good friends at the post office.
Yes.
Like people that help us with the fruitcake.
Oh my God! I'll do a shout out right now to Sharon Bailey.
Yeah, Sharon.
If not for Sharon, you don't get your
You called me on a
fruitcakes.
Monday.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I don't want to shut down the post office. Like next time, I'll just insult stamps.com.
Don't do that.
Somebody's gonna have
Don't do that.
My
Don't do
God.
that at all. But the fact is that
I don't mean it. I just think it just if people are stealing from your blue box checks from old ladies.
Yes, old lady checks.
Right? And you
smell like rose perfume.
It just seems like it is a speed bump in the flywheel of communication.
The thing that troubles me is that you can pay 50 cents in the experiment. If it works, I'm going to get that letter on Thursday. Yeah. 3 full business
Which
days,
is fine.
right? If I order a power cable from Amazon, free shipping, and it gets to me in 4 hours.
Yeah.
How do they do it?
I mean, you can order from
on Sunday yet.
You can order from Apple in the city today.
Yes.
If you're in any major city. I imagine this is true, but I can just speak for DC. I could order an iPad Pro.
Yes.
Right now, and it'll be here within 45 minutes.
You see, that's what's maybe it's because
ask me for how much.
How much?
No, just guess.
How much? I would guess free shipping.
No, let's not be crazy.
Well, I'm okay.
You're still buying it from Apple.
Okay, that's true. I stand corrected. I would say $20.
$8.
$8 for 45-minute delivery.
And they're like, I'm downstairs. You go down and show your ID. You're like, done.
Wow.
You need a hard drive. If something broke, it to your door office.
And do they actually deliver it with 2-stick tape on the end of a coat hanger?
No,
that's how they get it.
It's a messenger, and I'm sure they use Uber delivery or whatever they use.
Right,
flawless, and to date, never had anything missing.
Wow, yeah, but we're not allowed to mail checks anymore.
Maybe it's for DC because you're probably used to like the slow roll of Leesburg.
Well, yeah, it is.
Right?
Go on.
I know when people come here from New York, they're like, everybody walks so slow.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Right? I actually had a college professor, Dr. Urofsky, who was a New York graduate, and he was a wonderful, wonderful history professor. But when he came to VCU, he did his first lecture to other professors, and they said, next time, not so fast.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like. It's a faster pace.
And maybe that's the pace. I think we're getting used to a faster pace in the city.
Right.
And for you, is it shocking at all? Like, are you done with the shock and awe of working in downtown DC?
I kind of dig it. I think it's fun.
Good.
But then also, I never leave the building.
Matt, you hate it, right?
I don't mind it quite as much as I used to, but it's
what's gotten better and what's gotten worse.
Well, he also Matt, if I can jump in for 1 second, he had the sort of gateway drug of Georgetown,
yes,
which is not 19th and M. No. This is the city. Georgetown's more like a neighborhood.
What's great and what's terrible?
Yeah, what do you love?
Soon, by the way, I'm sorry.
Anytime.
Well, I would say what's terrible is when you get stuck trying to leave the parking garage because there's a backup all the way to the most adjacent light. But what's nice is even though we're further away from where I live, it's still quicker to just get right on 66 and saves me like 10, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Sometimes if you stay till close of business, the traffic's not so bad.
Yeah. That's also nice.
Yeah.
A lot of things are nice.
When you leave,
not me.
There's an alley literally half a block from here.
Yeah, I've seen it.
If you take that alley, Matt, you don't have to wait to the light.
this is true, but then I'll be going in the wrong direction.
No. You go down there, you make a right, make a left, you're back where you were without waiting at all for that light.
That's too many turns.
You see, here's his fishing for 2 hours answer. Okay?
My God.
His answer was this, is that, first of all, he pretended he knew about the alley. He didn't know about the alley.
I know it's there. I've seen it.
Yeah, but you never used it.
I've used it back when I would go back and forth between here and Georgetown.
Sound like Sonny Jurgensen.
I've used it.
I've used it. I know where that alley is. I know where it is.
Yeah, but you could cut out the frustration.
Yeah.
Because you work your way around the log jam.
Nah.
Okay.
It's too much effort.
You know how delicious that is with peanut butter? A nice spoon of log jam. Delicious.
Ants on a log.
But ants on a log. Raisins. What is that?
I would love it.
Is that raisins and cream
Peanut butter.
cheese?
Peanut butter.
Oh, peanut butter.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I
Sometimes.
love an ant on a log right now.
Well, I prefer digital.
All right.
That's enough
Jesus
of that.
Christ.
There was a dad-like pun.
That was terrible.
We're talking to Pony. Let's talk eyesight when we return.
Yes.
I'm very curious about this. You know why? It involves pain. I don't mind pain. It's not so bad. Happy anniversary to Mike and Carla. Mike will be back tomorrow from the Panhandle. And until then, it's the Mike O'Mara Show.
To pee or not to pee? Oh, hey, how you doing? The name's John. I'm a talking head. You know, head as in a turlet on a boat. Yeah, it's kind of the key to the whole bit here. Well, a lot of people say I'm full of you know what I'm talking about. But today I'm flush with pride to be asked to share how you can be a TMOS talking head. It's your chance to appear in the Mike O'Mara Show and tell your life story, which for me starts with a very hot date with a kiln. Anyway, all you gotta do is send an email to Robb with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com and give him the bottom line about what makes you tick. And if it's overflowing with interesting stuff, you're in. So, before you pee, write to ROBB at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Just don't clog up his inbox. I gotta go. Here comes another asshole.
Oh, boy. Okay. I don't know why they asked me to read this spot, but I will. When it comes to thinning hair, Oscar, yes, you no longer have to choose between natural remedies and those that work. There's a holistic solution for men that promotes healthier hair and whole body wellness without drugs or prescriptions. Now, did you know there are 5 root causes to thinning hair?
I did not know.
I did not know this. Nutrafol is the hair supplement that goes beyond genetics to target stress, hormones, nutrition, metabolism, and environmental factors that may be impacting your hair. Nutrafol is clinically even shown to improve hair growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage without compromise. 21 potent natural ingredients also support sex drive, better sleep, and less stress. In a clinical study, men showed progressive improvement in hair growth and thickness after 3 months and after 6 months. So it's continuing. Nutrafol is also trusted and recommended by more than 1,500 top doctors. So you can grow thicker, healthier hair and promote our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering the promo code TMOS to save $15 off your first month subscription. This is their best offer anywhere, and it's only available to U.S. customers for a limited time, so act now. Plus, free shipping on every order, $15 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code TMOS. Do it, and you'll have beautiful locks.
Can I get some of that?
You can.
Can you
absolutely? Let's see.
I didn't see the package.
Lean down a little bit. Yeah, you might. I think for you it might be the stress.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you've not given up yet. I think you can keep on trying.
I got a lot of forehead I like to fill in.
More like 5 head. Am I right, Pony?
You got that right.
So Pony, for a long time, was walking into walls, dropping things, misplacing things because he has horrible vision.
Yeah.
For the better part of a decade.
Yes.
Now, let's say the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Matt has made terrible, gross, like mission-critical mistakes.
Disgusting.
Yes.
By changing numbers around or plugging in cables to the wrong number slot.
Exactly. It's
and
like he didn't even see the alley.
I sat there and I was like, man,
yeah,
this guy is like literally trying to ruin this business.
I believe one of my favorite quotes over the past few years is, "Why don't you just spit in my face?"
Yeah, I said, I'd rather you spit in my face and do it to me right away than wait to find out later on under the cover of darkness.
Yeah.
And he just walked in one day. He's like, "Oh, I have terrible eyeyesight. I finally got glasses. Like,
I've got
a big reason
glasses
I couldn't
now."
drive at night because I couldn't see anything or see the
Exactly.
signs." I'm like, this is what's scary is most people when they're blind or they're having issues or they're scared driving, they go do something about it.
Right.
So he finally like a year ago, he took the plunge and he came in here with some thick glasses,
Looked
thick
like
lens glasses.
Coke bottle glasses.
Yeah, and I was like, finally, he could see something, and this makes so much more sense. He didn't want to mess up. He just didn't care about himself enough to take care of himself.
He looks great in his glasses.
I
handsome
like
glasses,
that. Yeah, you look great. Most
Yeah, I
people
love
don't
him.
do that.
Yeah.
I love him.
Okay.
So he's gonna in all I guess in classic Bloom fashion.
CBF.
Yes, Matt, he wants to really hack the world. By hack, I mean not hack into your interface like the Russians did, but make things smoother and faster and cleaner. So what do you do? Streamline it. What do you need? How do you streamline your vision with glasses? You get the little lenses that go in your eyeballs.
The lenses of contact.
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So this is where we pick up the story.
Now, did you have any idea that he was going to do contact? I had no idea. I thought he was a glasses guy.
I could. It wasn't shocking. Like the next thing Matt always tries to find the next best thing, right? Have you lost your glasses multiple times? This is why you're going to contacts, or you forgot them?
No. So the reason I want to get contacts is for like when I'm out on the boat or just lazing around and I don't want to have to like worry about my glasses, and like if I
Also,
splash water on them, it's a pain in the ass to clean them.
Your sex life.
Sex life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women,
Although I think I look better
Looks
with
better
the
with
glasses on.
well, yeah, I think actually bigger, darker glasses might help.
So, but I guess the root, I think you gave it up at the beginning, is the fishing.
Yeah, exactly. They're
There's too
pain
much
to
glare.
clean.
Let's pause for a moment and know the fact that he's putting
I like he's an angler now.
the whole angle of this, so to speak, is that I don't like to splash water on my glasses when I'm fishing.
How much splashing goes on when you're fishing?
Well, when he falls out of the
Well,
boat.
when I'm paddling, really, it gets pretty crazy. Gets wet.
How fast do you paddle? Do you paddle like at full tilt?
Oh yeah, like when I'm out there, I'm getting my my exercise and I'm relaxing and having fun.
Okay. Alone.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Fun for one.
Fun
Do
for
you?
one.
I
There's the show
thought
title.
when an oar hits the water, it's supposed to be a clean hit. So
Yeah.
you're not really supposed to be splashing that much.
It's more when you lift up and
Okay.
you dip the other side in, the water starts like dripping off of the oar that you
so
just pulled
and
out
it
of
gets
the
you in
water.
your glasses.
Sometimes, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so this is basically you're doing this for athletics.
Yeah, and when it gets windy, the waves kind of splash against the hull of the boat. And
The
there's
waves.
sea
Oh, wow.
spray.
Aren't you just like on a pond?
On a man-made pond?
Yeah, but lakes get a lot of wind because they're colder than ground because they don't warm up with the sunlight. So
You get the
air
white caps?
swoops down over them.
All right.
Whitewater Canyon type deal.
It must be annoying if he's going. He hates going to doctors.
That's true. That's very
Yes,
true.
it's
so who let you know about the contact option?
Well, I mean, I've known about contact lenses for a while, and I figured it would be a convenient thing to use. So I went into my eye doctor, literally the name of the company, My Eye Doctor, and I
Is it
talked to them.
it's his eye doctor.
It
I
is.
didn't realize when I saw the sign it was Matt Bloom's eye doctor.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
I didn't know this. Did they give you your glasses originally?
They did. They did a great job.
Okay, so you go in and you say, "Hey, my eye doctor, it's me, Pony,
It's contact time.
and it's contact time."
It is full contact time, and they said, "Great, come on in, and we'll do an exam, and we'll do a sort of class that like teaches you how to put the contacts in and take them out.
So for the exam, did you have to get undressed and put on the robe and
Different type of exam.
Optional."
okay?
Yeah.
You just showed up in the robe.
So how'd it go?
So I went in and they did the whole rigmarole, and they said, "Great, we got lenses you can try right now." So they send me out to the main area where you're kind of in the showroom where all the lenses and frames are.
Yeah, I remember when I went to the showroom, they said, "Look at you. You can have glasses from here down because those are the wide ones. You can have choice of those 6."
Can you let him tell a story,
I'm waiting for it to start.
please?
So I sit down with the gentleman who teaches people how to put in contacts, and he spreads his eye really wide, and he says, "All right, you put the contact on the tip of your finger, and you just touch it to your eye, and then the contact will adhere, and then it will float into place." And so
Now I have to ask because
Yeah.
I'm curious because Carrie wears contacts.
Yes.
And gone are the days of the hard contact lenses. I guess these
Correct.
are soft disposables, right?
yes,
Okay.
they're very, very soft, almost like cellophane. They barely hold their shape.
Almost like gelatin.
Yeah, they're very, very delicate.
Now, it's always flipped me out, and I've worn glasses for a good long time, more so now for reading. I actually require them. But the notion of putting anything, even something that soft in my eye, is really off-putting. Would you be the same way? I'm curious.
I've been my left eye is so terrible that you could put a contact lens in, it's just not going to help.
Right.
So I'd kill to do that.
Okay.
I'd kill my entire life. I'd kill to wear contacts.
So were you flipped out at all, Pony, by the notion of something being put in your eye?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely an uncomfortable idea, and I've like my left eye. I've heard it so many times from either when I was a little kid, my dog actually like split my eyelid open, and I had to get it stitched up, and then at one point when I was riding my bike, I had this huge stick jam in my eye, so my left eye is extremely sensitive. So I was really worried that this was going to be uncomfortable.
And then there's the paddle.
Yeah.
Oh, the paddle, yeah. So when I went in and he shows me how to put the lenses on, it went really well. I was able to get over the whole idea of touching your eye.
Good.
And I put them in, had them on, and they said, "This is great." Went in to get another exam to make sure that that my vision was corrected
With the
properly.
contact in.
Yeah, with the contact
Got it.
in, and the doc says, "This is great. That we had exactly what you needed in stock. Wonderful. So now go back out and sit down, and he's going to show you how to take them out." So what I learned about contacts is taking them out is a huge pain in the ass.
I would think it would be
Much-
harder because
Yeah.
you already said the word, it adheres to the eye.
Yes.
Okay.
Taking them out is a much more disturbing and
Oh,
painful
no.
process
Oh,
because
no.
you basically, for those of you who've never worn contacts, you have to hold your eye open by like the lashes and then put your two fingers together and then roll them to pinch and pull the contact off of your eye. So you're basically pinching your eyeball
This sounds
to take it out.
horrible.
You
This
get
sounds
used to
really
it.
bad.
Horrifying.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's not used to it yet.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
seen enough anime to know what's going on here.
Yeah. So it would be much easier if I had big,
I was going to
round
say,
anime eyes.
anime eyes are very
so
easy
much
to put
easier.
contacts
Yeah.
No,
in.
but I have big, like heavy, droopy eyelids that make it
Like
really
a deputy dog.
Exactly, it's
Well,
a pain in the ass.
sort of like Frankenstein Karloff makeup. It's big, thick eyebrows.
So what happened?
So I'm working on my right eye for like 5-10 minutes, and he says, "Why don't we switch to the other eye?" So I switch to my left eye, give that maybe like 4-5 minutes, and I'm finally able to get the hang of it and take the contact out of my left eye. And
The
he says,
very fact that you had to spend over 10 minutes just to learn how to take them out, how frustrated is this guy getting?
Oh no! He said that's about average.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
said it's
all right.
pretty normal for people that are learning because it's such an unusual sensation. And
Your whole life you're taught not to touch your eyes.
yeah,
That's
you
right.
never like pinch
And
your
don't put a
eyeballs.
Q-tip in your
No.
ear canal. That's
No,
right.
or your nose.
Well,
So
So I go back to the right eye because I got the left one out. That was great. He said, "You're doing great. You're doing wonderful." So it's another 10 minutes.
10
minutes trying to get this contact out, and I'm like starting to get nervous, and he's starting to get a little worried as well. And eventually he says, "All right, we're gonna send you back to the doctor just to like make sure everything's good."
that's
So,
what you want to hear.
That's exactly
but
what
he's
I
still in the
wanted.
same building, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
good.
just walk down the hallway and
Okay.
sit down in the doctor's office, and she puts this dye in my eye and turns this blue light on, and she's like, "Oh, looks like you got the contact out." So it turns out I had gotten the contact out like almost right away, and he didn't realize it. So he had me pinching my bare eyeball for like a grand total of almost a half an hour.
I think
So-
that might be a way just to change your prescription and get a little more money out of
Yes.
it.
No, this is on Pony. You didn't feel anything on your fingertip?
No, I couldn't feel anything, and he's the one teaching me. He should be paying attention and seeing what's going on here.
How old are you?
It doesn't matter how old you are.
You're,
This is
you're almost
his
40
job.
years old.
Grown-ass
and like
man.
like a little kid, you're like, It's his fault. It's
No.
his fault. I kept digging into
No.
my eye.
No, and he even said this was his fault, and he should have
Of
been able to
course,
see
I would do
that
the
that came
same.
out.
He didn't want to call you the dullard.
No, no, and then you go to
You don't insult your you don't insult your patients.
yeah, you go to another eye doctor then. Go
Yeah,
to his
yeah.
eye doctor instead of my eye
Exactly.
doctor.
He went home. He's like, you won't believe this guy. I kept on digging into his eye, and he had already taken it out, and he didn't even realize.
I can't believe this guy found his way to the office.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, Pony. That's tough. That's tough. Are you wearing
Because you felt it in your left eye, correct?
I could feel them slightly, but even after taking them out, you don't necessarily realize that you have it out because it felt like it was still in there.
I bet if you're paying attention, you do. And maybe this comes with reps. And maybe this is something. If you can't handle this,
Yeah.
maybe you're not a contact lens guy.
Yeah, maybe you're more of a glasses guy, or maybe even a monocle guy.
The glasses half full guy.
No, but you take I guess I'm asking if you are open to taking some responsibility. It's your fingers, your eyeball.
Yeah, you should have seen the gelatin.
I mean, look, this is something that he's teaching me how to do. And after all this time, it felt like that lens was still in there. And the doctor even thought it might have like rolled up. And
but consciously, Pony. This is like a real conversation. I'm not even being funny about this. It's your fingers,
Yeah.
and your eyeball. So he is using you. He's trusting that you, of all people, know if something is in your eye or not, or if you pick something up and it came out, that you would also be engaged enough in the process to notice that. Unless you have dead fingertips, that's a different story.
That's true. That's true.
I don't. Okay. So what ended up happening was it got off center and then blinked out. So I never felt it in the first place.
Well, where did it go?
We ended up finding it on the leg of the chair.
Oh, okay.
So
And the weird thing is then the tech ate it.
It did.
Don't just
Picked
look
it like
at
a
it.
booger.
Eat it. Are you wearing them today, Pony?
No, I'm wearing my glasses.
Good. Well,
Are you
then-
gonna go? Are you done with the contact world?
No, I'm going back. Going back Saturday. We're gonna give it another try.
Put in a few more, and maybe your vision will get really good. Just
I think
stack
so.
them up.
I wanted to put them on with my glasses to see if it would
That's good.
give me
And
extra power.
If everything works, you're going to go see a 3D movie. All right.
Thank you.
We'll come back in a second after this.
Dennis Murphy hung around Podville Media and tried to break into
This is my
broadcasting,
favorite.
but
I know
his
you like this
natural
one.
speech proved to be a huge obstacle. Then one day, he would later tell his biographer, the voice of God told him to take diction lessons, and his whole life changed.
Hark! I hear the cannons roar. Is it the king approaching?
Hark! I hear the cannon roar. Is it the king approaching?
Dennis practiced faithfully for many months, and through diligence and perseverance, it was only a question of time before he emerged a major f***ing star.
Good evening, and cheers to you all out there. Welcome to Murphy's Musings. I'm Dennis Murphy. Our broadcast is sponsored this evening by the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Frightfully witty, uncensored content every week. Click the banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com and purchase a subscription so you never miss a minute of the fun.
It's one of the rarest of all. A 5-voice promo. Cast of thousands. Oscar,
Yes.
if you've listened to the show for a while, you know that I am obsessed with Best Fiends.
Obsessed.
Love it. Played it this weekend, as a matter of fact. Frankly, it's the best Match 3 style game by far. The rest are basically the same game with different color schemes. This one's different. So stop crushing the same old candy and try a puzzle game with something fresh to offer. With Best Fiends, you actually have a storyline. It advances. The further you go, the better the story develops. It's complete with good guys, the
Ooh.
fiends, and the bad guys, the slugs. Hating on the slugs. Your fiends start out as wee baby versions of their future selves, and the more you play, the more fiends join your team. You can upgrade, they get more powerful, and it's great because you need the power because as you move on, the puzzles get more challenging as you progress through the game. It's action-packed and a brain-boosting puzzle. It's all rolled into one with new content added all the time. You'll never be bored. Not to brag, but I have crested level 4,204 blasting for bananas.
Oh my God.
You got to get 5 slugs, 26 green slimes, and a dozen bananas. Still, Best Fiends has literally thousands of levels with more added all the time. So there's always a fresh challenge waiting for me when I need a mental pick-me-up. I love me, the Best Fiends. So download Best Fiends today on the App Store or Google Play. That's Fiends That's Best Fiends. That's like Friends, but no R.
Yes.
Best Fiends. Check it out. You'll be glad you did. I want to salute our hometown football team, if I may, who had quite an opener. And something pretty exciting happened there. Now, I don't know if you remember when they first built FedEx Field.
Yes.
Which is where the Redskins,
What a garbage stadium.
It's the worst in the NFL. It's where the Washington football team went after they left RFK. And it was at that point in Raljohn, Maryland, which was named after Ralph Kent Cook and John Kent Cook. One of the first seasons, I think they had of the home games, I think it rained for 3 of them. And I do recall the fact that because of the drainage system and the guttering, some of the downspouts would actually drain onto one particular seat. And if the people had that seat, they were getting all of this rainwater dumped literally on them during the football game. This has been corrected, of course, until they had their opener this weekend. I believe they played the Chargers.
Yes. Los Angeles Chargers.
Yes. In true Washington football tradition, they had a stunning outing in which in the first half their quarterback went out with an injury.
Yeah, but in fairness, you didn't watch the game, right?
No, I peeked in on it.
Okay, you don't know this. It wasn't all bad.
No, the outcome wasn't great.
No, I mean, I was shocked for a second. I was like, they might win this.
Yeah, they were in it for a bit. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But perhaps the most notable story and the one that everyone's talking about is I'll just read the headline. It says, subjecting yourself to NFC East football in general always runs the risk of making you feel ill, but a group of fans in Washington found themselves in an even worse situation when a pipe burst above their section, dumping sewage, per the man commenting in this video on the fans below. This was on TikTok. No, it was on Twitter, but it was also on TikTok.
I was on the internet.
Yes, and Bitcoin. And so thank you, Pony. Here is the raw sewage at FedEx Field.
That's sewage. That's how we celebrate.
That's how we celebrate.
Has it been confirmed that it's raw sewage?
Well, there's 2 schools of thought.
Okay.
Holy effing yes. The Washington football team has issued a statement saying that a pipe did burst, but it was rainwater. Everyone that was there confirms that it did not smell like rainwater.
Oh, no.
Which is not a good way to be.
Rainwater?
Yeah.
From where? It hadn't rained in days.
And why would rainwater be in a pipe that would burst? Because that was coming down like a steady
Look, the
stream.
stadium wasn't full.
No.
The people could have moved, and I hope they did.
But the initial splash, that would have been what got you.
It may be because I really want more for this, the team overall.
Yeah.
That you're just like, you can't get a name right. You can't, and it's been, we're in our second season of the Washington football team.
And also, I would like to address the fact that I pulled the information for the possible names from several sources.
Yes.
People are saying it's not Red Hawks, it's Red Hogs because of the history of the Hogs offensive line back in the 80s. I don't think Red Hogs is possible at all, is it?
I'm deferring to what you pulled. I don't know.
I mean, because I heard it in 2 different spots. So if that's wrong, I stand corrected. But Red Hogs might be the worst name I've ever heard for anything.
Better than Washington football team.
The more I hear it, the more I like it.
Terrible.
But it's so. They are a football team.
Vanilla? Yeah, but come on. What do we? No. What do you got? What mascots? They're going to be a big football walking around with? No. We're not qualified to have these conversations, especially just the 2 of us.
A walking football.
One guy who hadn't watched the game, one guy who did watch the game, another guy who doesn't care in the other room. No. The best stadium video that if you missed it and you're looking on the interweb, and I don't know if you have this in your vault next, we had not discussed, is where University of Miami, they saved a stray cat from falling from the upper deck of the stadium to the lower concourse.
It was amazing. I didn't pull the audio because it was so visual.
Yes.
But it was, at one point...
something out of Die Hard. Imagine a cat hanging from Nakatomi Towers and then falling. But it's not Hans Gruber that is dying. It's the cat.
He's holding by one paw.
Yes. And the cat literally lets go and says, F it, I'm out. And these drunk college kids used an American flag and and the University of Miami flag.
Right.
Not big ones.
No.
Just little guys that they had there to show their flag.
Mm-hmm.
And they saved the cat's life. And then the coup, I guess, denouement.
The closing of the bit.
You see this drunkard college kid grab the cat and hold it up to the stadium like Simba.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
and
looked like.
it was a roar. More so than anything Miami had ever done on that field, which it wasn't good. But it felt like they just won the national championship game.
It was amazing.
He didn't spike
You
the
don't
cat.
spike the cat,
But the
buddy.
Simba look was just, I was like, oh my God, these people, there are good people. Now, they may be a bunch of drunks, but they're so much, and I saw it from and what's great, in a college stadium with solid 5G connection,
yes,
I saw no less than 7 angles of the same drama.
And it was fantastic. It really
So
was.
great.
They saved the cat's life.
Like one from John McClane's view, like looking out of the tower, looking down at the cat. One from below.
One from the limo guy waiting down there.
The
cop.
This was closed circuit television on people's phones. I said, nowhere ever would you get these many cameras.
That's right.
At such a high quality.
It was an amazing thing to watch, but sadly,
so there's the sewage. Get me a cat. It's a better story.
And also, it is really, and there are people, I know there are literally thousands of people that have never done an NFL game day experience at a stadium. And when it's done right, it's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, but if you're working it, it's terrible.
If you're working it, and also
if you're not on air, like if you're not Nance, then no, it's terrible. You're running. I ran cable for Division I games. You know, back then the Big East when they mattered. Like that's fun, but it's fun to a certain extent because the stakes. Like if you F something up, it's the broadcast.
Oh yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
and I thrived in that, but I don't think too many people want to do that.
Well, also I was going to say that
at least I got paid.
If FedEx Field, well, I never did. But at FedEx Field, it's such a lousy game day experience with I
have a season ticket holder for a season. Never again.
I'm surprised you gave that up.
Well, you'd get there. First of all, no one ever wanted to go to the games. Like
you didn't pick the best time.
The first 3 games. No, the best. Yeah, we were great. We had we started the season out fantastic.
Okay.
The anticipation was through the roof. We're not going to spend that kind of money if we weren't going to do something.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
And then RG3 got hurt.
That's right.
It was curtains.
That's right. That was that season. I forgot about that. And you literally couldn't give the tickets away.
I remember sitting there. I was like, I don't want to go. I want my dad. We left early. It was so cold.
Yeah, it is bad. I mean, I used to go when I would announce the games, and it was great for about the first 3 games. And there is nothing quite as spectacular as walking through the tunnel and seeing that field for the game opening week, and it is so green, and the sun is out, and it's gorgeous. And then a short 8 weeks later, when you're statistically eliminated, and you come out, and you're like, I don't even want to be here. Do you know how many times I left the field from announcing and went to my car?
But that's also wrong with our fan base, right? Like,
True.
That's why we're fair weather fans, and everybody else always has home field advantage, as they say, because we don't care. Like
Right.
if you're a Green Bay fan, you're going all the time.
Sure.
But you also have a winning product. In Phoenix, it was great because you'd go to
the weather, right?
At that point, University of Phoenix Stadium, which I thought was always funny. You'd walk in, and you're like, "Oh my God, this is new. It's indoors. The weather's great. There's AC. The field literally retracts on like railroad tracks to get the natural sun." And rolls right back in.
I did not know that.
It's just
That's
amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do what you want.
So let's hear it for the Washington football team. I guess we'll get it. Is there even a timeline for announcing the name?
I don't look, the Snyders, like when you have the president of your team or the owner,
right,
sharing responsibilities with your wife because you just can't get it together.
Is it that, or is he just so hated?
No, it's what is the fallout from the drama, the scandal.
So it's actually a little bit of both.
So like if he can't handle that, his wife has to step in so they keep control of the team and they own the team.
Right.
So she's there. The last thing she's thinking about is infrastructure.
Yeah.
Which is legitimately someone else's job.
That's right. That's true.
Right?
A busted pipe.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's someone else's job.
That can't be his job. No. So anyway, let's hear it for the WFT.
Yeah, let's
Nice
go.
job.
WFT. It sounds like an NFT. I wish it was an NFT. It would be worth more.
And also, next time you go to a game, you may want to bring a slicker.
Yeah.
That's all. Just be ready. You never know
Get
what'll happen.
a spring for the club level.
What is that smell? All right, when we come back, we had an outing. A happy outing.
Yes.
So let's focus on the positive, right?
Can't
when
wait.
we return, we'll talk about that. And also, the digital dumpster is still coming up, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this on the Mike O'Mara Show.
I just never pictured Jim Amato getting high. I just don't. Well, he was a heroin addict.
Yes, that was the old me, with a beastly monkey on my back known as junk, horse, H, or Chinese rock. It wasn't pretty. I'd do anything for a fix of China White, Skag, or the Snow. Dancing in 2-bit dive bars, selling platelets at the free clinic, or turning tricks out behind the digital dumpster for truckers and hobos. Anything to get my smack fix. But then I saw the light. The TMOS Bonus Show, an exclusive shot-in-the-arm hour of comedy that comes to my TMOS app every Friday. Filled with naughty words and profound musings, it's the cure that got me off the horse. Now I'm high on laughs. The results have been amazing. I don't have the shakes, I can eat solid food, and I'm 2 inches taller since I bought my first subscription. Treat yourself to a subscription today to the TMOS Bonus Show and see what good living is all about.
The results have been incredible.
Tremendous.
Speaking of that, tonight, someone is coming to my home so I can sign papers to close my refi with Cornerstone.
Yay.
It is so easy to work with them. They called me. They said, everything's done. What time would you like someone to come to your home to do it? I said 8 p.m. They said, done. So I got to ask you, when was the last time you checked on the current value of your home? With home equity rising at the highest level in years, you might be sitting on a golden opportunity without even knowing it. I was shocked about what the deal we got. Nationally speaking, homes have increased an average of 18%, and in most of our key listening areas, it's even higher than that. So what does that mean to you? Well, with record low interest rates and the availability of all this equity, you can remove PMI, pay off credit cards, student loans, or take that vacation you've been putting off, making all of it tax deductible. It's more important than ever to work with a team that you can trust, and I trust, and this is the God's honest truth, my friend Mark Livingstone, his team at Cornerstone First Financial. He's helped Oscar, he's helped Mike, he's helped my dad twice, he's helped my mom, and he's helped me twice. They are the best. And Joanna, you're the best. Cornerstone is a direct lender, which means they have their own money, so they can guarantee to meet or beat any competitor, and they'll tell you what your home is worth with no obligation. Never hurts to check it out. So whether it's a refinance or purchasing a new home, you need to call now. Call Cornerstone First Financial, 202-625-1221 or cornerstonefirst.com. Thank you, Cornerstone. The kids get to go to college another year. It's a nice thing. So we got, I think like most companies, we have a calendar. That when you have work to be done, people assign it to you on your calendar. And I like to look at it the week and see how it falls out. I got a very pleasant addition to my calendar last week when it said Friday, 4:45, team happy hour. And it was required attendance. And
it was not. You're such a jerk.
No, I'm kidding.
I think it said in the note, not mandatory.
No, I was just joking. But I would be there. I wouldn't miss it for the world, especially since I've learned now that Julia, when she says she's coming home, she's not coming home. That was the mistake I made for one of the happy hours.
You got to listen to your friend Oscar.
You got to listen to your buddy Oscar. Yeah. So we went down to the Georgetown waterfront, and I want to personally thank Podcast Village or Podville Media for facilitating a great time out with good people. So it was a blast.
I think it's hard to figure out what you want to do or what people can do.
Right.
But I guess at the root of what we have for our core team, and this is for anybody out there, if you're working from home, God bless you. Like I have changed my tune on working from home.
Sure.
Do your thing. If you honestly are doing a great job and fulfilling the mission of your company, why not work from home? Unfortunately for us, for the majority of what we do, not every job, but the majority of the jobs,
right?
It's so fast paced that working from home creates inefficiencies.
And also, we need interaction. I mean,
we don't need interaction.
No, I'd say for the creative output, like doing this,
we don't need interaction.
Well, I prefer interaction.
You prefer.
I prefer
Yes.
interaction.
Yeah, but we don't need it.
No, but as far as efficiency goes, you're right.
Yeah, for efficiencies, yes. Like Pony,
what just happened there is he said he doesn't like being with me.
No, waiting for a
I heard that.
Waiting for a video file to upload. It doesn't matter how fast your upload speed is at home.
That does slow you down.
And then download here. All of it, you lose efficiencies.
Valuable moments.
Yes.
Yes.
Instead of walking into someone's edit bay and seeing exactly what's happening on
I want to see it.
Yeah.
Show it to me, right.
So I only share that because some of the upside of coming to work is having the ability to, as a team, safely, as best as possible, go and do fun things.
Exactly. And
right?
we did. We had a beautiful outdoor venue.
We went to the
chosen.
Georgetown waterfront. It was nice. Probably one of the last days of the year that we get to, go out there without it being freezing.
Right.
Who knows? Global warming might prove me wrong. But we wanted to do something fun, and instead of every couple of weeks trying to do something right in front of the building,
right?
We just figured we'd pick a different venue,
a destination.
Yes,
and it was fun. You got to see there was a whole bunch of boats out there. There was one called the SS Super Spreader that was fun to see with all these people with no mask, all jammed on a pirate ship.
But they're outdoors.
Still,
I think we're at a restaurant.
We're
all sitting together.
I think we gave a little more space to them.
I agree, but
Oscar, we're better than the pirate boat people.
Are we?
You saw what happened on the cruise ships.
Yeah, but you're on the Potomac and you're on a boat. It really seems like, especially for people that live in highly vaxxed areas like we're blessed to do.
Very much. Yes.
Like you're throwing out just easy low hanging fruit when you're like, oh, but aren't the rules to be outside?
I guess you're right. But still, they seemed. Maybe it's just I got a problem with people that would go out on a pirate
what
ship.
I think is great is this building and our team. We had the proof vaccination to come in.
Right.
Our floor, vaccination. That's as best as you can do.
Yeah.
And we got to live our lives.
Yeah, you're right.
And as I said at the top of the show, I can't believe we're going into our 20th month of this pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hopeful. And I know we're going to get through this, and I know we're going to get the third shot and the boosters. And it looks like within 2 weeks, the FDA is going to authorize what is emergency clearance for kids from 5 to 12 to get the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean for parents? What a blessing.
Oh my God. I can't even imagine.
If you opt in, of course.
If my kids were still at the elementary age and I was going through this, I'd be totally flipping out. And I'm so glad that that's happening.
I mean, there's a thought that our economy right now is still at a snail's pace crawling back because a lot of people are still at home because of childcare.
Right.
So if you're comfortable finally getting your kids back in school, or you feel a little better, but since they'll have the vaccine and it's actually effective after the research has been done, and I know it's an emergency authorization and not the full FDA stamp of approval, it's something.
It's something. It's another step in the right direction.
So I'm hopeful there. A quick note: if you're going through the shopping center at MikeO'MaraShow.com, start shopping for your holidays now.
Yes.
The supply chain issue that I mentioned about Mountain Dew Rise is not just in the world of Mountain Dew cans.
I actually started shopping this weekend because this year I'm buying everyone glass.
Yes, so,
and I wanted to make sure we.
But
had it in stock.
if you're looking for a specific item, get it now.
Get it now. It'll sell
and
out.
If you want, get it through the shopping center. Like the fruitcake situation, we haven't announced yet because we're making sure that we get the pricing right for the ingredients and every piece of what goes into the actual delivery.
You think it's hard to get glass? Try buying Citron.
Lids, forget about it.
Lids.
But so it is just wild that we even have to think about this. But at the root of it, it's nice to be able for us to go and do something fun.
And you were at a good mix 'em up type mood. There was
I was yelling at Robb to stay because he wanted to go home. He goes, I have a dog. I'm like, where's your wife?
Linus had both of his legs crossed when I got home.
And then he goes, my wife's working. I said, where? And where was she working?
She was house sitting this weekend.
She was house sitting. I was like, what about sitting your own house?
I think she thought I would probably take care of that.
So funny.
But what was great, we found out some interesting things. We found out that one of our coworkers is featured on a wine bottle list.
Yes.
A wine bottle label, I should say.
So much fun.
And then you were kind of relentless when you took a wonderful picture of two of our coworkers, one of which is Katie Forbes von Herman, who you know from the Cake and Cookies show. And it looked like, as you said, Look at them. They look like a TikTok couple.
Yeah,
They look like
the
an
light was
Instagram
just
couple.
right. It was
Yeah.
fantastic. And you're great friends with someone when you send that picture to their husband and say, this guy is a dreamboat.
And what did he say? He texted back, tall drink of water.
Yeah, tall drink of water. We had fun.
It was great.
Thanks for coming, Pony. Did you enjoy it?
I had a great time. Remember when we took that picture of Katie
Yeah.
and sent it to Dan?
This is what you don't know, people,
That's so
is that
great.
Matt hates us so much.
That he would not only not do that, but he has to be away from it for
literally
2 hours.
went
before.
home.
Yeah.
This thing started at 5 o'clock. He's like, I got to go.
2 o'clock. He's out of here.
Out of here.
Actually, I don't know if maybe it was me. I'm a glass half full type
Mm-hmm.
guy. I was really hoping that down there on the waterfront, Pony would show up in his kayak.
Yeah, you could actually kayak to us.
Yeah.
I don't
ever think
think
about
I
that?
want to kayak in the Potomac. It's nasty.
Well, you don't need to fish.
It's nasty.
You don't need
well,
to
no, but I'll get
Are you
the
doing a character
splashes.
voice? Don't do a character voice.
I'm just talking.
Don't do a character
What
voice.
Don't tell me
splashes?
what to do. Remember we
Potomac
were talking
water?
earlier when you're paddling.
Yeah.
The driplets.
I don't think
come
it's
off of
any
your
cleaner
top.
where you're going, my friend.
I
What do you think? What
beg
do you
to
think? What
differ.
sewage rolls into? What
This
sewage
isn't
rolls
this isn't
into the Fairfax? What is it? Burke Lake.
Yeah, Pony was
How many
actually
people take leaks there on the weekend?
everybody. It's
Yeah,
required.
in Burke Lake.
Yeah.
I did find a turd one time in the Occoquan Reservoir. That was super
Yeah.
gross.
Oh, really? Was it?
Yeah,
Yes.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a filtering plant right there?
Well, I mean, before you drink it, but they're not filtering it out like in the reservoir.
Okay, well then why not come onto the Potomac?
Yeah, Pony.
I've
Maybe I will.
actually paddled in the Potomac. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous. I see when I'm driving home every day. I see the people out in their boats, and I'm super jealous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'd probably get run over. Never
That's
mind.
true.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen.
Pony
Go somewhere with no boats.
provide his own turd.
Yeah. Just manpower.
Watch out for the blind eel. All right, we got a digital dumpster
Gross.
coming up. That is gross, but Pony, you were truly missed.
Fun times.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes, it was awesome. So we will be back after this.
Not
and
at all.
Thank you to Podville Media for making that.
You weren't
happen.
missed.
Yeah, you hear that?
You sucked the fun out of it.
Oh boy.
Just kidding.
JK.
In this defensive driving class, you will learn a set of driving skills that allows you to defend yourself against possible collisions caused by bad drivers, drunk drivers, and poor weather.
With most motorists driving defensively, the road is wide open for someone to play the opposite side of the ball. It's the Polychristine Offensive Driving Academy.
You, pal! Your mother! How's that for a turn signal, asshole?
Take it from the Polychristine Driving Academy cheerleaders.
Aggressive. Be aggressive.
Those ladies know how to do it.
The downside to offensive driving is a lot of exterior body damage to your vehicle. The Mike O'Mara Shopping Center is your one-stop shop for all of your auto body needs.
Paint, Bondo, buffers, sanders, and more. Available through Target and Walmart online. Just click the Money Metal banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mall and let God sort them out. Oh,
Baby, you can drive my car.
Do you know how many podcasts go days and days without using the word Bondo? Use it twice a week here. Oscar, are you still going to the post office?
No.
Yeah,
I think I
thank
established
God.
that earlier
Yeah,
in
thank
the
God
show,
you stopped doing that.
unfortunately.
Are you still paying full price for postage? Well, you're a sap if you are, because thanks to Stamps.com, you don't have to do that anymore. Mail and ship anytime, anywhere, right for your computer, send letters, ship packages, and pay less. A lot less, with discounted rates from UPS, USPS, and more. Stamps.com. Love it. Brings the services of the U.S. Postal Service and UPS right to your computer. It's a must-have for any business, whether you're a small business sending out invoices or, hey, I like this, Oscar, a side hustle Etsy shop. Yeah, you need that shipping. You get those orders out there, just navigating all this hybrid work life. You need Stamps.com, and they can handle it all with ease. Simply use your computer to print U.S. official postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. Once your mail is ready, just schedule a pickup or drop it off. It's that easy. Stamps.com is a no-brainer. You get discounts up to 40% off post office rates and up to 66% off UPS shipping rates. Saves you time and money. It's no wonder nearly 1 million small businesses already use Stamps.com, just like us. We've been using it forever. They are the best. So stop wasting time going to the post office and go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk, and with the promo code TMOS, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale and no long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in TMOS. That's Stamps.com and promo code TMOS. Stamps.com, never go to the post office again. And now let's see who is in the digital dumpster today.
This is Ron Roddy. Speaking for The Price is Right, a Mark Goodson television production.
He was a great announcer. And
What a great name.
I actually went through. He was a Dallas disc jockey back in the day. And when I was going through and finding tape of him for the dumpster, I didn't realize he had done so many walk-ons onto The Late Show with Craig Kilborn. He used him, and it was funny. It was always some insult about Rod Roddy, and then he would come out and just lay Craig Kilborn out flat. Great. I love that he had a sense of humor about it, so that's great. So that's Rod Roddy in the dumpster. Now, Tinder is a thing.
Yes.
People love the Tinder.
There's actually a new dating app we should probably talk about when Mike gets back. It's called Snack.
Is it for fat people?
No, it's like TikTok. It's
Internet.
a video, Bitcoin. It's like a video dating app.
Really?
Yeah.
And when did it happen? Is it happening now?
2 weeks ago. Maybe a month ago.
Well, you know who did not enjoy his time on Tinder?
What's that?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, no.
Shaq was on with Kimmel talking about his attempt at Tinder and why it didn't work.
Are you dating? Are you like on Tinder or anything like that? I heard you were on Tinder at one point.
I signed up for Tinder.
You did?
Put in my name.
Uh-huh.
And I tried to make a person meet me, and they didn't believe it was me.
Nobody believed it was you.
I was like, it's me, it's Shaq. First, no, you're not. And you know what's funny? She said, Shaq would never be on this.
Fair
enough. I had to hit delete. I had to delete my account. She was hot, too. I was like, I'm 5 minutes, please meet me at Starbucks and leave. No. Stranger danger, no.
Stranger danger with Shaq. I would imagine that if you're famous and you're on Tinder, people wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, but there is in a wild underground of famous people that have met their long-term relationships on Tinder.
I would think Ben Affleck would be genuine if he was on Tinder.
No, he's got to date a superstar. Look what he's doing.
No, but maybe the Ben Affleck.
But
of 2
Shaq
years
is
ago.
okay with a local IG model.
maybe. Yeah, okay, I buy that.
We all would be okay with a local IG model.
We did a.
If he's 5 minutes away, he's like, I'm almost there.
I'm at Starbucks. I'm at Starbucks. Hurry up. I previewed this, I guess, last week. Sunday Night Football. Carrie Underwood, they did the full theme last night. Mike was sort of on Carrie Underwood singing the Sunday Night Football team. By the way, Rams won 34-14 over the Bears. I think she's got a hell of a voice. And I'll tell you why I think it's smart.
Yeah.
She's obviously a country singer.
Yeah.
But with a rock and roll backing, you're covering 2 bases there.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
When did this become as important as we make it?
Because you know why? Because the NFL tells us it's important.
Because, I like Hank Williams Jr.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
But this is just as, I think, the prominence of the song in Sunday Night Football has diminished greatly in the last decade.
But what they've done now is they've taken something that was rather niche with a country record sung by Hank Williams Jr.
Yeah, but they had Faith Hill before.
But here they have again.
Work with me here.
All right.
If they had Faith Hill with that same, it's never subdued. They don't change into a ballad.
You're right.
It's always gotta kick your. It's football, right?
I would like a ballad.
No, but.
We're
for
waiting
me,
all day.
I'm happy you played that because I've been thinking about this for some time.
Good, glad.
Is this something that's even important in the social conscience of football fans anymore?
Well, you know what? It's not, but again, and I was half joking when I said it, we're being manipulated by the NFL, and here's the manipulation. If that brings in some lady that doesn't like football, but she says, "Oh, I like Carrie Underwood."
Yeah, but I don't. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't think it does.
You don't think it's powerful enough?
I think at one point you would see that anthem charting on the charts when the football season would come out, and now it's like, okay, this is who should be doing it.
Perhaps you're right.
Right?
You're right. Yeah.
If they brought on, I guess the best way, if there was a departure. And they brought on a hip hop star to come on.
Okay.
That's different.
Okay, so you're saying that this is actually a wasted opportunity.
This is the same formula for them.
Yeah.
And for us to highlight it is just buying into that's the manipulation.
Okay. You know what? I've been manipulated. This is Tom Hanks showing up in a news story for me.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, you know what?
No, I mean, think about it. It was cool. And then when they changed from Hank Williams Jr., big deal because of the context of why they changed.
Of course, yeah.
They went to Faith Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And now Carrie Underwood was America's sweetheart.
Right.
Why do we hate it?
Well, I think that next year what we do is we go ballad and we go Billie Eilish.
They go Kanye West, and it's no words. It's just anthems.
That's all it is. And okay, how about this? How about this family could do it because I love it. Did you know about this TikTok challenge called the Bad Romance Challenge?
I do, actually.
Where a family gets together and they take turns singing lines from the Lady Gaga song.
Yeah.
I like this one.
This is
caught in the bed.
Better.
So close.
Better.
That's the only audio footage from the Podville Media Happy Hour.
Yes.
I think I heard.
If we did, people could probably sing here. I cannot sing.
I heard Rob Ford in there, I think.
Can you sing? Do you sing privately with your family?
I don't sing. I do around them. They're not a big fan of it. But I love singing. I love to sing.
I got to unpack that a little more later on.
Really?
Yeah, because if you can sing and you sing around your family, that might be something special. Because if you can sing. I'm
okay. You know what I like? What I like to do is if I'm doing busy work on the computer that doesn't involve like audio, I'll fill the jukebox. I'll load up 20 records and I'll sing along. I love it. I think it's so much fun.
And they hear you down there?
If they don't, they need hearing aids because I'm belting, baby. I'm belting.
That. That's happy.
I'm sorry we couldn't book Charlie today.
No
Charlie
problem.
Stabalak. But they revealed. Do you remember a few weeks ago there was a massive shutdown of the New York City subway?
Yes.
Yeah, they figured out the problem.
What?
It might have been Charlie.
It appears that a button was pushed accidentally that was not supposed to be pushed.
Come on, guys. One switch? Really?
If it's so easily accessible, like that's just not a very good design.
I am deeply disappointed in this, and I say to our customers, this cannot happen.
That's right. The big red candy-like button.
Half the subways were flooded.
Don't hit it. Do not hit it.
That didn't happen with that button.
No, the button. Well, you didn't hit the flood button.
No,
you don't hit the flood button. Now, this is really disappointing. If you're going to get divorced, chances are you probably feel pretty bad about it, but you've made the decision and you want to get it done, right?
Yes.
A Kentucky couple goes to a judge, and the judge says, I don't think I'm going to grant this one.
I get the vibe that you all might be able to work this out, and I could be wrong, but I've said through a lot of these things. Would it be beneficial to either of you all if I order you to go to reconciliation counseling, or are you past that?
I mean, I would say we're past that.
This is something really no one would have seen coming.
Being told to stay with your ex when you both agree that it's over is pretty stunning.
The judge says, I think you can work it out.
Give it a shot.
Well, yeah, but I mean, don't you think they've probably already tried? It's not like that's the path of least resistance. All right, let's do two more here. Okay. I like this. I love Ring Doorbell and the fact that they capture the things. I don't know that the Amazon driver knew they were being recorded, but they had trouble finding the house. Sang a song of advice to a customer here.
Hello, Jennifer. I hope your Monday's going well. You have no markers on your house that says what number you are. And that is hard to find your house, my dude. And it's unsafe, honestly. What if you needed a medical assistance and the paramedics didn't know your town well? Come on, man. Have a great day.
That's true. And if you're doing deliveries, you don't mark the house. People aren't going to find you.
So crazy.
So singing. And let's close with this. Friend of the show, good guy, smart guy, Patton Oswalt.
Yes.
Did a release of a video. I believe this was on Instagram. He cites sanity as his cause. And I love Patton. This is so well handled.
My 4 December dates in Florida are going to be canceled. Also, my date in Salt Lake City in 2022. This difficult decision was made due to the rising numbers of COVID cases, and also because I have an ego, but my ego is not big enough to think that people should die to hear my stupid comedy. So hopefully in the future we can rebook those when sanity holds sway again.
We like when sanity holds sway.
I would love sanity to come back.
I'd love it. And thank you, Patton. And thank you. That is your Digital Dumpster. Woo! Have a great Monday, everybody. Guess who comes back tomorrow?
Michael.
O.
Mara.
Tick.
Talk.
Enter.
Net.
Bit.
Coin.
That's it, folks. Thanks
did
for
it.
joining us for another perfect episode of TMOS. That might have been my favorite part of the show. Don't forget, you can always reach us. Messages for the weekly mailbag can be sent to Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Tell us why things suck. People suck, so let me know. Also, that's a good address if you want to be a talking head. We'd love to meet you. Our mailing address is TMOS P.O. Box 32101, Washington, D.C. 20007. Please send us things. And don't forget to spend some time at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Thank you for listening. You can join us again tomorrow for the best part of your day, The Mike O'Mara Show. For Mike O'Mara and Oscar Santana and Matt Bloom, nice eyes. It's Rob Spiewak saying so long, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.